I guess first of all, I got to start off with the quarterback situation. What was that like finding out that Jackson was going to go in the second half, and what do you think about how he handled that situation?
Like me and Jayden go together all the time in practice. You know what I'm saying? So when I found out he was going in, I was just went over there to support him and tell him we got your back. You've been ready for this. You know what I'm saying? He's been practicing hard. He takes all his 2 reps like he's a 1. So we had no worries about that at all. And I think he played great. You know what I'm saying? I think he came in and delivered and got us the victory, and that's all that matters. And he's going to continue to get way, way better than he already is. And he's a great player. So I think that it was just really a good teaching moment for him, you know what I'm saying, to help him mature and just to understand the game more and see what he needs to get better at. And that's what I think, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like getting in the game to help you see what you need to get better at and become a better player.
Big couple of plays for you in the first half. Just take us through your big catch down here and then the touchdown.
Feel me? I just want to make the most of my opportunities, you know what I'm saying? As a guy that comes with the twos, you know what I'm saying, that comes off the bench and subbing people, you just got to make sure that you make the most of your opportunity, really. And I know that down the field, I don't think no one can stop me in the country personally. I don't think no one can stop me when I'm deep. So I want to show that to the coaches because they put so much faith and trust in me, and I want to show that to my teammates because, you know what I'm saying, they done love me every step of the way for real. So I really think that it's more so about that than the plays on the field because I've been making plays on the field since I was a kid. So that's no different than catching a go route or catching a post in the back of the end zone. It's 2 great plays, you know what I'm saying? And it was a close game, so I'm glad that I got to make some plays that actually contributed to the outcome of the game. But all in all, man, that stuff happened. That stuff really is set in stone Monday through Thursday with the way that teammates support me and the way that we approach practice and the way the coaches coach us up, man. So it's really a credit to everybody else. I'm just the guy who gets to put the icing on top of the cake.
Jayden, you've spoken about the experience of having to be patient, waiting for your opportunity. A bit different for Jackson in the spot he's in, but where have you seen him grow despite having to wait till the day to really get that shot?
Well, I feel like on the field wise, he was way ahead of a lot of the people that were his grade as far as things on the field, throwing mechanics, that kind of stuff. I feel like he's really made a big jump in just maturity and the mental aspect of the game. People won't realize, but we had a play called on that 3rd down. It was a play called. He checked the whole play. He changed the whole play, audible to slants, delivered a hot dot to Jalil for the 1st down. That basically put the game away. Yeah.
What happened on that play? Explain it.
He just audibled. He just audibled the play checked from. We had some. I don't know what play it was specifically. We had some downfield play called. It was 3rd and short, and he checked it to slants. And that might not seem like much, but just for him as a freshman to go into the game and be confident enough to check a play from what the OC called to what he thinks is best, and then deliver on that, get the 1st down and ice the game. It's just little things like that I see in him that I know he's going to be a great player. And that just shows an example of what I just said. That's one of the ways that he's definitely grown since I've met him.
What kind of confidence does this give you? Last 2 times you went on the road, close games, didn't come up with enough plays to come in, have all the injuries that you guys would kind of deal with, come out with the win. What does that do for you guys heading into last week of the season?
Man, I feel like one thing I know is that our confidence never wavered. Even when we lost those 2 games, we always were coming back the next week ready to go. So we won this game, and now we're going to come back the next week and do the same thing we've been doing. One thing that I know about this team is we got the method instilled in us. So win or loss, we do the same thing on Mondays. We do the same thing on Tuesdays because we know that that's what's going to get us the win. That's what's going to get us the win. At the end of the day, when we come in here on Saturdays, if we get too many penalties, turnovers, etc., that don't mean we need to change up our approach. It means that we need to have better execution in the moment. At the end of the day, our coaches and the other older players, and they get us ready for the games every week. Every week we come into Saturday feeling completely confident in ourselves and our game plan. So we're going to do the same thing this week. I don't think this win really adds any confidence, but we've been a confident football team all season.
Coach Venables just mentioned you as somebody that has continued to grow and grow so much from last year. Maybe for you personally, a late season game on the road to make a couple of big catches. What does that say maybe to you about your growth, and where are you feeling at right now? Maybe compared to even the beginning of the season.
I definitely feel like I'm in a way better place than the beginning of the season. But I feel like I've been pretty consistent throughout the season, just going and when my numbers call, I just go in there and put my best foot forward. I feel like last year my mindset was a little bit messed up about that, but this year, I'm from Arkansas State all the way to now, I feel like every time I've gone on the field, I put my best foot forward, and I feel like now that we're getting close to the end of the season, coaches are starting, I built that trust up through the whole season of just being a guy that can just come in and just do what I got to do. So I hope now the coaches are seeing that. I'm appreciative of them for just continuing to believe in me and stuff, and I really feel like this is just big for me just because it shows me that all the work I'm doing, it's just not for nothing, Just continuing to work and continuing to be ready for when my teammates need me is what's most important.
Talked about doing the same thing every week. What's the key this week with the one less day, kind of turn around the short week for a Friday game?
I think we got practice tomorrow, so everything gonna be the same. Just one day earlier for real. I think obviously it'll be a little shorter, especially because it's such a quick turnaround with the games and stuff. So you want to give us some time to recover and all that. But all in all, it's gonna be about the same, man. We got to get to it, finish season strong. I still have championship hopes. The team still has championship hopes. You know what I'm saying? We haven't lost sight of that. And I just hope that everyone comes. I know they will. I don't have to say hope because I know they will. Everyone's gonna come tomorrow after the game. After this night's over, the game is gonna be washed out of our memory and we'll be ready to attack tomorrow. So.
How unique of an environment is this with the mountains?
Oh, I just said this is probably my favorite game I ever played in. I said that on the sideline. This is probably my favorite game I've ever played in. Like the view of the mountains when I scored, like that was crazy hard. Like I ain't never experienced anything like that. And then like the drive here, like just seeing the scenery. That's one thing I do like about college, man. You get to see so much stuff that I'm from Florida. I ain't never seen nothing like that ever. So definitely cool. I'll say this is probably number one on my list so far for games played.
Did you know what to expect at all, just in terms of
Definitely not. I thought it was gonna be way colder. Like it wasn't really that cold for real. I thought it was gonna be super cold. I didn't know it was mountains out here till we got here. I didn't know it was mountains. It was like, oh yeah, we're playing in the mountains, by the way. I'm like, what? And then we walked out here and I'm like, it's 3 mountains right behind the stadium. So I ain't never been nowhere. I couldn't even tell you what coast we on right now. I don't even know where Utah is.
You said you could see you said you could see the mountains like when you caught.
Oh yeah, I'm literally playing the game and I'm looking up at the mountains the whole game. Like I'm literally playing in the mountains. Like that's so cool to me.